What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I am coming at you guys today with some more information from Dawn of Majesty. We have two new fusion support cards, a fusion monster and a really cool fusion spell. Lots to talk about when it comes to both of these because I honestly think that looking at both of these cards overall, oh yeah, we're gonna see fusion decks get some massive play around these. So why don't we go ahead and why don't we talk about them? So first off is um Avalon, the final nothingness. Level 2 Dark Attribute Fairy type fusion tuner monster. 0 attack and 2100 defense. Requirements 2 normal monsters. That's it. Normal monster itself because it has literally no effect. Now, let's talk about this fusion spell. This is Retort Fusion. Normal spell card. You only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. Pay 1,000 life points. So, to summon one level 6 or lower non-effect fusion monster from your extra deck. This is treated as a fusion summon, but it cannot attack. Also, destroy it during the end phase. The naming of Retort is embedded to Retort pouches. They're few ration packs. That are what the artwork of this card is resembling. Now, let's go over this overall. These are two really cool additions to Fusion. A level 2 Fusion monster that's also a tuner, so you can pop this out with Instant Fusion, and you can pop this out with Retort Fusion. The other card we definitely need to bring into the light is Sea Monster of Tethys. This is a monster, of course, the OCG and the TCG have seen before. This was an OCG exclusive card, and then people were asking, well, this card is going to shoot up in price, and it sure did, because in the span of the last few hours, this card went from a $3 card to now a $10 card. The purpose of this card, honestly, is that it's another fusion synchro. It's another fusion monster that's also a tuner, and it has no effect, which makes it a great target for the effects of not only, yeah, it makes it great for the effects of Retort Fusion and Instant Fusion, which was the original target. The thing about Retort Fusion, unlike Instant Fusion, is that the requirements for the monster that it summons is just one level more, and that it's a non-effect monster. As for Instant Fusion, because we can actually talk about this spell card, literally it's literally the same thing. It's just that the monster you're summoning is level 6 instead of level 5. It has to be a non-effect fusion monster coming from the extra deck, and everything else is pretty much the same. You only activate one instant fusion per turn. You still pay the same amount of requirements, which is 1,000 life points. And instead of a cup of ramen, it's a food pack. So I've also been looking at just to see if Instant Fusion's price has changed, and from what it looks like, no. Instant Fusion is still kicking around. I think the only expensive Instant Fusion card is the OTS pack 4's Ultimate Rare Instant Fusion. So you still have this price. What I'm looking at overall is people are questioning, will this card be Konami's answer to finally saying, okay, we can ban Instant Fusion? Maybe. But here's also the thing, is that Instant Fusion kind of still opened up the gates for a lot of effect monsters that could easily be burned out. Because if you do, let's say they do remove Instant Fusion, Millennium Eyes and Thousands Eyes Restrict don't have any legitimate way of coming out the extra deck anymore. Which sucks, because they're actually still viable fusion monsters, unless you do use fusion cards to bring them out, which also means that your deck's going to have to hold Relinquished and Thousands Eyes idle within their deck, or variations of monsters to help summon either of those two monsters. Also, in the fact that it could see combination plays between it that you can easily synchro into a high level monster, exceed into a monster that you could take the requirements of, or Link Summon. So, I mean, like I said, I don't think they would ban instant fusion, but it could be a possibility, especially considering how good fusion summoning has been in the last couple of um, years. You know, the rise of Shadal, the rise of Invoked, um, both archetypes going through the whole, cynical of their extra decks kind of being splat because of how Master Rule 4 did Fusion, Synchro, and Exceed. Then the revision to Master Rule 4, making it accessible for these cards to still have their gameplay. So, yeah, it is just some things that you have to account for when it comes to stuff like this. Because, yeah, it could be a possibility. I'm not going to say 100% sure, and I don't have sources to confirm. But just look out in July for the TCG as well as the OCG for when our lists do change in that time frame. So, other than that, I'm excited for these two cards. Personally, I do like the artwork of the new fusion monster because it's a beautiful bird, and that is an amazing fusion spell card. So, let me know what you guys think about these two new additions and how do you feel about them coming into the game. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps out the channel tremendously. You also hit the notification bell so you can be informed when I do upload more content. And in the description box below, of course, is the social media links so you can interact with me via social media. And of course, the Patreon, so you guys can, if you want to, you can help the channel out even more. So, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. HBJ, signing out. Take care.